Hey folks, it's been a while since I made a video about mental health, but I guess today I just feel sort of compelled to talk about the issue because at this point in all of our history, a lot of pivotal things are going on which have a drastic effect on how people all over the world are coping with life. As a white South African living with a severe physical disability in 2025, I think it's fair to say that I live with a uniquely extreme sense of existential anxiety. But even if you are completely physically normal and healthy and living in a far more stable country than mine, you still have several justifiable reasons to feel as though you might be going crazy. Firstly, these days it's become almost impossible to ascertain the truth about any given situation, because if the last few years have revealed anything, it's just how deeply corporate media has been compromised by multinational business interests. You only need to look at how the media was reporting things during the COVID-19 lockdowns that took place all around the world. That's just one example. But as someone who is formally trained in the field of journalism and has worked as a journalist, that's the first job I did straight out of college. The level of deception and manipulation that everyday people are subjected to on a regular basis by the media is insane. It's all emotive and meant to make you feel and think in a certain way. The news isn't really the news anymore and hasn't been for a long time. What we tend to see today is agendas being forwarded, whether it's left wing, right wing, whatever. Everybody wants you to get on their side, be part of their team. And sadly, this isn't limited simply to the corporate or legacy media. The same incentives exist and have a great impact on how things are covered by the so-called new media online. And that's why, in order to figure out how to operate in the world, you basically have to be able to take in as much information about any given subject as you are cognitively capable of doing, and then just make up your own damn mind, which is very difficult when most people living in the world today are just trying to get by. Another reason why you would be justified in feeling like you're going crazy is the sense that there's not really much common ground between people anymore. Because although the rise of social media in this generation has had a globalizing effect, meaning that it has allowed the spread of global culture to happen easily and seamlessly through digital platforms, something it's also done is create echo chambers where people fall into this natural human tendency to congregate only with people who believe what they believe. And what that's created is essentially you have people who can look at the same situation, whether it be socio-political, financial, philosophical, whatever. Two people will look at the exact same situation and come away with it drawing completely different conclusions. And that's one of the reasons why people are always at each other's throats these days. It seems no one can agree on anything because we don't share common values and a shared system of how to operate a society as we once did. All of this psychological and spiritual pressure that we live under has a dramatically negative effect on all of our mental health, whether or not we consciously realize it on a daily basis. So I guess my message here is that if you feel like you're going crazy sometimes, you are not alone. I think it's happening to everyone, and I think that the more we acknowledge this in a healthy, constructive, and productive way, the better we will all be able to deal with it. As always, I hope this rant of mine has been of some use to you. Look after yourselves, take care of each other, and for now, farewell.